Kayfabe night! Kayfabe night! Bearing our hands and we're leaving our mark. Adam and Tyler breaking it down from the top rope straight to the ground. Crack a cold one, take your shots. Kayfabe life, like it or not. Listen like the Kayfabe life. Kayfabe life.
Worst city I have to work in. I hate working in Chicago. I say it with my whole chest.
Which is wild because my favorite wrestler is from Chicago, and he's the only thing that's ever come out of Chicago that I respect.
I mean, I respect a lot of things out of Chicago. I respect the blues and things like that. I just hate working in that city when I have to.
I just hate all their teams.
That's fair.
all of
Hey, welcome, guys. Welcome to Kayfabe Marks. It's just Tyler and I today. Aaron, who had a wonderful trip in Mexico, we all saw the pictures, came back and I don't think he minds if we share this, and if he does, I'm sorry, I'll cut it out. But came back and he had to have his gallbladder out right away. So he had the surgery today though. Sounds like it was successful. So he's
Yeah.
on the mend. Yep, he's on the mend. He'll be probably back with us next week, if not the week after. Depending on how he's feeling. So.
Yeah, I see. Now it's different for everybody. I had mine taken out when I was 23. Colton had his taken out when he was 18. I don't know when Marissa had hers taken out.
She was 30. She was right after
30.
we had it was like 5 weeks after we had Etta, and I had to do solo dad for 5 weeks with this infant. And guys, we have 2 kids, but one of them I didn't get to raise from being a baby. So this was my first baby experience, and Marissa was laid up in a hospital for literally a whole week. She was in there, almost longer. So I feel it. I hope he gets through it quick and gets in and out
Yeah.
of there. And all that.
I
don't wish that
I
on
was-
anybody.
3 nights and 4 days, and and they wouldn't let me eat or drink anything. I started getting fucking delusional. I started screaming
Yeah.
at nurses and shit. It was bad.
Yeah. But listen, the problem is, I'm starting to realize that everybody around me doesn't have their gallbladder, and I still do. And so now I'm like, hey, what do I got to do to keep this thing? Because I see what other people are going through, and I'm not strong-willed, man. I'm weak-minded. I'd be in there crying like a baby. So I need that not to happen. So, and I don't do pain pills like that. I would probably have to at that point.
You would well, no. I came home and
Yeah.
Well, we'll say I got rid of them,
Yes.
but I didn't take them.
I don't do any I won't take pain pills that are narcotics. It's just not something I'll do. Like, even when I smashed up my hand and all that other stuff, I was like, you can give me some Tylenol, like the high strength stuff, but I'm not taking any of those narcotics. So.
You got whiskey, you'll be all right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I've already got one vice. I do not need another one. And like I just told you people, like, for example, really quick, I know we gotta get this show going, but for example, like Brett Favre, in my opinion, has to be one of the strongest willed people to ever walk the planet, right? Like Brett Favre was an Iron Man in the NFL. He was a legitimate badass in so many different ways. So many different ways, right?
Brett Favre right there, baby.
Yeah. Anybody knows me knows I'm not a Packer fan, so I'm not just riding here. I'm telling you guys, the guy. It was my childhood. The guy was a badass. Brett Favre was addicted to narcotics. That strong-willed, strong-minded professional football player who has way more willpower than I do got addicted to narcotics. That shit will fuck me up. I don't want anything to do with it. I don't want anything to do with it. Keep it away from me.
All right. Before anybody goes, hey, Tyler's not wearing a wrestling shirt. Shut up. He was inducted to the WWE Celebrity Wing for the Hall of Fame in 2021. Plus, it's fucking Ozzy Osbourne. If you got a problem with Ozzy, I mean, you might want to check yourself.
Yeah, that's stupid.
The Prince of Darkness. Are we kidding right now?
Some people can't be helped, Tyler.
I don't think so. Let's get into the story of.
Yes,
I didn't
please.
do MGM because I forgot. Well, I didn't even forget. I had the flu all weekend, so I didn't go and get my shots. I still have beer from last week in my fridge. I didn't have to buy beer. So I didn't have to. Liquor store was the last thing in my mind.
Right.
So then I was like, oh fuck, it's a holiday. I don't even know if a liquor store is going to be open. Well, I think this is one of the holidays where most liquor stores are like, no, people are coming in to party.
Oh yeah, you're working. I'll be yeah.
So I called Fifth Street Liquor, and it was actually it was me and Cassie's friend Tammy that was working. And when she knew it was me, she's like, "Oh, what? You need shots?" I'm assuming. I'm like, "Yeah, I need shots." And she's like, and then I said, "Well, I explained to her the wheel because the last time I got shots from her, we didn't have the wheel."
Yeah.
Oh, and I used to just do cashier pick 'em all the time.
Right.
So I told her tequila and a buzzball, and she goes, what kind? And I was like, the people that watch this prefer me to be in the most pain possible. So the worst shit that you can find would probably... She started laughing right away, and she goes, I'm going to deliver these to your door. Mind you, 5th Street is like a block and a half from the house.
Right.
So she literally came and delivered this shit to the fucking door.
I mean, that's pretty badass. I'm not going to lie.
I have, it is. And she's good shit, too. I have Don Julio.
Okay. She doesn't hate you.
Tequila. I've never had a Don Julio on here, so that'll be new. This is the weird one. You ready for this?
Yep.
Elf maple syrup buzzball.
That sounds absolutely miserable for me, but I think it's probably going to taste really good to you.
I made sure I chilled this one. There's no way
that was a very smart decision. I did the eggnog one warm, and I love eggnog, and I wanted to gouge my tongue out. So that was gross. So I think my shots were rum and tequila. So
yep.
I was in St. Louis. That's why, guys, if you're looking at me, you're like, why do you look like you came from Chippewa Falls and you're just got off the Fat Fire and like all that? I was like, because I did the adult equivalent, right? We went down to the St. Louis Zoo. So like 3 hours ago, I was down there. So how I look now is exactly how I came off the ship. So I came out of there, grabbed all this shit, and came up here. So, but anyway, when we were down there, my sister lives down there, right? And she works at Trader Joe's. She would tell me to tell you which one it was, but I don't remember. And I was just there. It might be like Kingsbury Road or something like that. But they had this. I didn't know they sold like rum and whiskey and shit at Trader Joe's. I thought it was just like.
I've never been to a Trader Joe's.
Oh, I know they're very exclusive, like in areas. Like they don't have very many places. But anyway, they had their rum. So, and it was aged in bourbon barrels. So I grabbed one, and I'm gonna do that. And then I got my normal tequila, but in honor of Aaron, because I gotta put one up for my guy real quick. In just a minute, but this is the Trader Joe's. They have bourbon, so grabbed one of those. So we're gonna hopefully Trader Joe's will sponsor us after this, because
I hope so. I would find my way to get to one if they would sponsor.
I would. There are some up there by you, but
that's got to be closer to the city, though. I'm 2 hours outside of Minneapolis.
I'll look in a second, actually, but yeah. Anyway, so those are my shots. So what do you want to do? What do you want to do first?
Neither. So
yeah. We both got tequila. You want to knock that down?
Should we do tequila to Aaron?
Yeah, sure.
Spoon card, but neither one of us are card givers, so we'll just do a shot of tequila.
Yeah. I think the group chat was good enough for Aaron. He probably really appreciated that. So.
Oh, fuck. I know what it's all about, dude. I felt so bad. But I knew when he was telling us that he was having the problem, I'm like, don't fucking procrastinate, because I procrastinated and it got worse. That's why I had to stay for 4 days.
I kind of forgot. That he was having that issue when he told us about it. And then, when it came back up, like actually till probably right now. So I was like, man, that came out of nowhere when it didn't. He was having that issue. So, well, look at me being a bad cousin. So.
I got misdiagnosed 4 times. Misdiagnosed 4 times, and they started accusing me of wanting drugs and shit.
Yeah.
Mind you, that hospital doesn't exist anymore. Weird.
There's probably a reason. All right, here we go. So, Aaron, get better soon, bud. We'll have you next week or whenever you're ready.
Oh.
Yep, hate it every time, even when it's for a good reason. That is disgusting. Where's Etta? I want to punch a baby. Oh, that was gross.
90 episodes and they haven't gotten fucking easier. Why?
Well, I agree. It's disgusting. Let's spin real quick for next week while we're here.
Aaron could just pass his over.
Yep. And we got a short one for you this week, guys. We're not doing any kind of games or anything like that. We're just going to get these news and rumors out of the way. We're butting right up against Raw, so we want to kind of get into that. But, yeah. So go ahead. Let's get that spinning, and we'll knock that stuff out.
What does it say?
Oh,
Does it say Claire's Choice?
Yeah, that's me. Clerk's Choice.
Clerk's Choice, okay.
All right, let me write that down.
Jen, what the fuck? Dude, this is like 5 weeks in a row I've just been getting.
Oh.
Tequila.
I should have got their tequila. They got some of that, too.
Not tequila. Fucking tequila! No way!
Yeah, that's what you get, bitch. All right, let's see here.
I have gin and tequila? That's bullshit.
Yeah. No, it sucks. That's not a good draw. All right, when Aaron's moves over, let me grab those real quick. Aaron had brandy and rum, just so we say it again.
Yeah, he had good draws.
Yeah, if you like brandy and rum.
I like them. All right, let's crack into the...
Oh, shit. Hold on. I'm still living my Wisconsin life. Still got my... Man, I remember... Oh, what the hell?
We have New Glarus or something?
Yeah. I can't get this thing.
I've still never tried one.
Yeah.
I hated Blue Moon, and I figured I wouldn't like New Glarus then.
Yeah, God, I really look like an imbecile trying to get that open. Yeah, I agree. I think you probably see. I like that kind of beer, and that's about the only kind of like craft beer I like is that style. So
yeah,
I really like it. But if you didn't like that kind of like fruit flavor, and again, not too fruity, not like super fruit.
The beer itself, the beer part was good. It's the orange peel that I couldn't like. That orange peel taste that ruined it for me.
See, and I love oranges. Like, I literally eat, like, I've had an orange today. Like, I probably eat one a day or at least one every other day.
I'm good for an orange, like, once every couple years.
Oh, man. See, I was like that. And then I've been on a run, man. I'm on, like, a 3-month spree with these oranges. So, and Etta likes them, too.
My kids love them, and those cuties and everything.
We get those, yep. We used to get those, but they're not enough now. Like, I was having to open, like, 3 of those things for Etta. So now I'm like, let's just get navel oranges and call it a day. The kid's a beast. Wait till I send you the picture. Did you see the picture of her and Ezra standing next to each other at the zoo
she's
today?
catching up fast.
It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. If I can remember or figure it out, I'll put it in there somewhere. It was crazy. Like, I'm like, they're getting... Anyway, all right, get to it.
That's like Cece and Marcus, though, too. I mean, they're, what,
Cece's
4 years?
so long. She's so
3
long.
years. She's got the Harshman legs and Harshman arms, and then the short torso. We all have that. Long legs, long arms, short torso.
Yep. She's that lanky long.
Yep.
So,
all right.
Makes for really good volleyball players.
Oh, yeah. She will play a fucking sport. I don't care what it is, but she will play a sport. Him too. Hey, they gotta learn that.
They gotta get that energy out.
Exactly. So the first thing, I just want to address the WWE 2K community. This is the first one that I'm going to be reporting on. We all hated the Battle Pass. We all touted out, don't buy tiers. Don't pay for it. Here's the Eric Bischoff thing. It still works. I'm using it now. I just set a timer on my phone. Oh, it's been a minute. Pin him. Oh, it's been a minute. Let's tap him out. You can still cheat. You can still cheat and get it done. WWE 2K26 has reportedly made 20% more in profits from microtransactions and DLC this year than any other year. And because of that, are now underway making WWE 2K27. So, just so you know, the Battle Pass will be there again next year because you fucking idiots are paying for tiers. Why are you doing that?
Yeah, if nobody paid for it, they wouldn't do it. But
for the amount of people, me included, that bitched and complained about.
At this point, though, I feel like
I never did. I learned how to cheat the system.
Yeah, I feel like, and I'm no expert by any means in video games, but excuse me, I feel like a lot of these games have kind of transitioned into that system, and it's worked really well for them because that's how people want to play. We're old heads in that sense. We want to just play our game and grind it out, you know.
Yeah.
But I think these younger kids, they don't. They again, it's an attention span thing. You know, we've talked about that a bunch around. I don't think they have the attention span to grind it out, and so
I don't think so either.
You know, people start to lose interest in the game, and so if they let you pay for it, they let you buy the game or like buy tiers. Kids are going to do that all day long to be able to be at the best tier they can be. At 2K, I think is like 2K basketball. I think is one of the ones that kind of really started to make that thing a problem. But if they're going to do it, they're going to do it, and that's why I don't. The battle pass doesn't bother me because I forget about it most of the time, and so it is always exciting for me because randomly I'll see I'm like, oh, I got some rewards in there. Let's go see what we got. Oh, great, a good card. I can finally get past this level in, whatever, World Tour or something like that. So,
yeah.
But I'm a very infrequent player, so I think it's different for somebody like me. Like, I don't mind it coming when it comes because I don't play every day, you know.
I play almost every day.
Right. So I think from my perspective, not a big deal. From your perspective, that's a really big deal because you're grinding away and doing all that.
So I will throw this out there on the attention span thing.
Yeah.
This morning, I popped the old PS2 on, and I just bought SmackDown vs. Raw 2006.
Great game. And one of my favorites.
It's so fucking fun.
That's the Brock Lesnar one, right?
No, it's the Batista John Cena one.
Oh,
I think the Pain is Brock Lesnar.
That's the one I was thinking of. Okay, but yeah, that other one was good too. Yeah.
I have them both.
Yeah. Here Comes the Pain was one of my favorites of all time, but the SmackDown vs. Raw was a good game also. That was one of the last ones I played before I didn't watch very much anymore or stopped playing the games. That was one of the last ones. So.
Yeah, I mean, I started playing season mode with Shawn Michaels. I got to beat that, and then after that, I got to go through season mode and play it again as somebody else that's a SmackDown character to unlock the rest of what I'm trying to do. And the first GM mode is on there, when it was perfect. So me and Cassie been fucking around with that a little bit, but just I like to go back to those old games, and I don't think kids nowadays they look at it and go, "This looks like shit."
Yeah. Well, it does, but that's just because we've advanced so much. So, it looks like shit. But when we were looking at it, man, it was the greatest stuff we've ever seen. So,
looked like real life.
Yeah, like it was like, oh man, this is amazing. Like they look incredible. You look back on it, you're like, holy crap, that's really bad. But so is life. Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right. So there was my 2K. I had to get it off my chest. Shit.
Oh yeah.
You guys fucked up. I didn't fuck up. You guys did.
I just bought the game that gave me everything I needed, right?
Yeah.
So I just bought it, and now when I get to the tiers, I get to the tiers. I don't care. I don't need to buy them.
See, I bought the Ultimate Edition or whatever the fuck it is too, but the second that the Battle Pass comes out, I just sit there for an hour and a half, and I use Brock Lesnar, and I put a Kimura lock on Eric Bischoff once every minute.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Like, I'm just saying, like, I don't mind unlocking those things because I don't have to pay for it extra. I pay for it up front. By paying for the more, expensive game.
They just don't have the patience to grind. They just don't have the patience to grind.
No, but that's okay. Let us all play the same game, though. You know what I mean? And that's what's like. That's what I think is okay about this like process. I don't like that they gouge people for stuff, but I do like that they make it so that both types of people can play the game. And it's like you're going to grind and you're going to get all of those rewards and you're going to get all of that stuff probably quicker than the person who buys it does because like you're going through it all like right away. That's your style. So you're still getting all that stuff. You paid for it up front, got the ultimate edition, and now you just have to grind. They get to it. They're like me, maybe. Maybe they don't pay as much, but when they play, they really want to grind out, or they don't want to have to grind out. They want to be able to fast track this stuff, so they pay for it.
But my whole thing is the battle pass shouldn't exist. We paid all that money, $150. Everything should be unlocked.
Oh, for us, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think it's just we don't have to pay.
If you're
going
to do the battle pass, bring the price down, and I wouldn't bitch. Make it $120. My bitching's gone.
I see what you're saying. No, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. I see what you're saying. Yeah, like because we still have to grind, we shouldn't have to grind. Yeah, but also, like you like the grind, you like it, and so
if I could do it in universe mode, I'd like it, but I can't.
That's fair. Okay, I'll give you that. I was gonna say, but you like that grind though, man. So a little bit of you.
I feel good after like cheating and getting it done in an hour and a half.
Yeah, well, that's your game,
I would get on Twitter and message them about it, but they blocked me for some weird reason. So
yeah, well, it's all right. We don't need them.
All right. Dave Meltzer. Oh Jesus! Dave Meltzer mentioned that Jeff Cobb, aka JC Mateo, was backstage at NJPW Wrestling Dantaka. I don't know, some Japanese word. If that's his next landing spot after being released by WWE, Cobb will need special permission from WWE in order to compete in this year's G1 tournament, since it begins on July 11th and his 90-day non-compete clause doesn't end until July 24th. I knew he was going to go back. I knew he was going back to Japan.
That's his style,
Yeah.
That's his style. I will say this, and I do kind of I will probably try to seek him out more, and I'll end up watching more New Japan because of him, to just try to see, because I don't feel like we ever got to see him. We never really got to see him.
No, we got to see what WWE wanted to try and turn him into. We didn't get to see Jeff Cobb.
And even that, we didn't get to see him do it very often.
No.
So.
Not without taking a big L. No.
That's what I'm saying. It's just, I don't, him being a part of that MFT thing, whereas I do think it elevated Solo, I don't think it elevated anybody else. I think it almost killed everybody else. So.
I think it's about to disband here soon.
Oh, for sure. But I feel like it really killed some opportunities, and it sucks because. Jeff Cobb should have never been a part of that. That was stupid to begin with.
No. The Tongans either. They were.
I know, but I can even get them a little bit more than I can get Jeff Cobb. There's absolutely no connection with Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb should have been coming in and feuding with Shinsuke off the top, and it should have just been Jeff Cobb and Shinsuke putting on classics for 2 months, and we would have been like, oh my God, this is the greatest guy of all time. And then he could have won the Intercontinental title, or he could have won some mid-card title and, done that forever. Challenged for the world title, all that stuff. I think that it really derailed him putting him in that group. I think the Tongans, it's okay having them in that group. I don't think it derailed any of them. It
better survive longer with them and Jacob Fatu.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, I feel like those guys in there, it was okay for them. I think they handled that whole faction situation pretty poorly, but they were dealt shit hands all over the place for a while. So who knows?
I agree. I think he's going to do great in New Japan. He's not going to miss a step.
I'm going to try to watch him. I'm going to try to support him.
They do put a lot of stuff up on YouTube, and they do have their own streaming service too, by the way. So
I'm going to have to go with YouTube probably to start.
On the Wrestling Observer Radio, Meltzer said that there have been a lot of talks within WWE to bring back Baron Corbin, or known now as Bishop Dyer, but we know him as Baron Corbin.
Right.
back, and a deal could be done very soon. Some stuff I didn't write about this just because I was like, I'll remember it. It's right here.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of was a little sly in a few interviews, almost like shrugging it off, going, nah. Well, from what everybody's saying now, from everywhere from Fightful Select to Meltzer and everybody else, they're like, oh no, this deal is done. And the stuff with Danhausen, they think it's going to be Corbin that's under the sheet.
That'd be dope, actually.
I still
would
thought
be...
it was going to be the gingerbread man based on how big the feet were. So I'm so glad that's not going to be that.
Yeah, I'm always okay with Baron Corbin, Bishop Dyer, however you want to.
They should have never gotten rid of him.
No, I am always okay with him in the WWE. The same way I'm always okay with, the Nemeth brother.
Nemeth.
Yeah, Nemeth.
Ziggler and his brother.
Ziggler. I'm always okay with Ziggler being in the WWE, just like Cardona and some of those other guys. Like, those guys are such good workers. Any chance I get to see them, I'm going to be happy.
I always, the last couple of years, Community Creations, Nick Nemeth, boom, downloaded.
Yeah.
I always bring him back.
Do you have in your notes here today, the Enzo stuff?
No, but if you want to, that's one I forgot to write down.
Yeah, let's just talk about it now. Like, in this section. Yeah, because in this section, that excites me now, right? Like, and I'm talking like all three of them. Yeah, all three of them. Enzo has been putting on some crazy promos on Twitter. But what I think it does more than that is it opens a door to Zilla Fatu also, right? Because like they are part of the same Fourth Rope group, Fourth Rope Promotions, and I think, oh man, I'm excited to see how that works out if they give him some freedom. I'm excited to see Baron Corbin, come back. So I like these signings, and it sounds terrible for me to say it this way, but I'm okay with some of the releases because of these signings, if that makes sense. Like, yeah,
one of the things about Zilla Fatu, as much as I do like him, is he does have to, if he's going to go to the big show, he's got to quit going on these podcasts unless he's staying kayfabe. If he's staying kayfabe and he's pulling one over on all of us, great. But he's been saying a lot of shit about a lot of guys in the Fed where I'm like, dude, you're not going to get there doing it that way.
I almost feel like I look at it as him putting himself in position when he's in the Fed to have real legitimate beef, and have some Jacob Fatu-like heat when he, and not in a bad way. I don't mean in a bad heat. I mean like heat in the locker room.
Heat with us, like so Jacob, we see it.
The kayfabe, the heat in the locker room, the Jacob Fatu heat. Like everyone's like, oh, don't bring him. I think that's gonna be when Zilla comes. It's gonna be that same mold of don't bring him. And I don't necessarily, unless they have something really awesome for him, I don't necessarily think he needs to jump immediately to the main roster either. I think he's somebody that
he needs to. I would definitely put him in NXT. Him especially because he's never been to the big show before.
No, but he's somebody that I think grinds and works and wants to get better and is willing clearly to do whatever it takes to get better. So
I've been watching NXT now too, and they're getting thin, man, with all the call-ups and moving around and releases. They're getting thin, so I think NXT would be the perfect place for him off the bat.
I agree.
To add to your Enzo and Cass, it was brought up in the WWE Town Hall meeting that they had, which I have some other stuff about the Town Hall meeting, and I just must have forgot to
roll right into it after this. Yeah.
They were talking about rebuilding the tag team division, and we've had these rumors before they had that Town Hall meeting. We've had these rumors that Enzo and Cass might be going back.
Right.
Big Cass's contract is up at AEW like any day now. I mean, and then Enzo was. For a while there, he was an unmentionable. He was a Ryback, all because of that thing that he did in the crowd where he started doing his old chant and everything and got kicked out.
Which is crazy because I thought that was genius. I thought that was incredible for him.
I liked it, but they did not like it.
Yeah, they should have capitalized on it. That was stupid.
But there you go.
Where there's money, make it. That's what I say. So.
Never say never. Punk went back.
Right. Punk went back. Yeah.
So
and Enzo never really felt like he was gone forever. I always thought he'd come back. I really did. And I thought it would.
I thought he'd come back to wrestling. I didn't think he'd go
see.
back to WWE ever. I thought he'd come back.
I did.
When AEW happened, I was like, I knew it. Or he'd go to TNA because he had wrestled in TNA before he was ever in WWE. Or he'd go back to Ring of Honor where he was before even TNA. You know,
Right.
I thought, or no, he was. I think he went to Ring of Honor after TNA. But either way,
I mean, I'm glad he's back.
So, just so I don't space on this, Cain Velasquez is the one that just got out of prison, right?
Correct. For a murdering or
For
attempted
something
murder.
any father would have done.
Right, on somebody who assaulted his daughter. Yes.
Son.
You're right. Son. Again, that man shouldn't have served a day. So.
No, he shouldn't have. In fact, I have different thoughts on the whole fucking system as a whole that should have been done. But
different country though.
Yeah, more from Wrestling Observer Radio. Meltzer says if WWE had not bought AAA, Cain Velasquez would have already made his return there. I believe it.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I like Ray.
I'm assuming he's
Ray
going back
there.
to wrestling then. He'll go to, what is it, CMLL. I bet he goes there.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I feel like with Rey Mysterio might be able to bridge that gap a little bit.
Depends. It depends on if Ray can sway him.
I would say if Ray can bridge that gap, I think it'd be great for having him back. You know.
But I don't blame Cain Velasquez for anything. I backed him 100%. He shouldn't have spent a day, and God bless him for being a good father. So, anybody that doesn't agree with that, then fuck off and turn our show off.
Yeah, I got a problem with you if you don't agree with that.
PW Insider claims that Stephanie Vaquera is expected to return to WWE by the week of Clash in Italy, and that is this week, sir.
That is this week.
During an interview, I got excited about this one. I don't think you watched it, but me and Cassie watched every episode, every season, every spinoff. You ready for this?
Yeah.
During an interview on the Battleground podcast, the Bella Twins said they didn't have the burp in there, pushed hard for the return of Total Divas. And this is the perfect time for the show to come back with so many new stars in the WWE Women's Division. Come on, that was my guilty pleasure. Bring back Total Divas, please.
Yeah, listen, make it WWE moms at this point. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many out pregnant having kids, which is amazing. I'm happy for all of them. I'm just saying, like, if you're going to do one, half of them are already in some different reality shows anyway. So, put them all together. I would watch WWE Moms. Without a doubt, I would watch WWE Moms.
I watched the Bellas. I watched Total Divas. I watched Ms. and Mrs. I'm still waiting. I can't find out what the fuck Montez Ford and Bianca's show is on. I don't know where it is.
It was on, like, Oxygen or something. But, listen,
so is that Hulu or what?
Oh, Hulu. It was on Hulu, yeah.
On Hulu?
I've watched absolutely none of those. I would watch, without a doubt, every week tuned in with a drink in my hand. I would watch WWE Moms. I'm just saying.
100%.
I would watch that show. For any moms that just had babies. And it can be like, it doesn't have to be just the women. You know what I mean? I say WWE Moms or WWE Parents if you want. But, I mean, it could be like...
Families of WWE, something.
Yeah, but like the wives of like... Because like... Angelo Dawkins' wife is pregnant.
Oh, WWE wives instead of basketball wives.
There you go. WWE wives. We'll do that. WWE wives. Because it's like, they could have a lot of different people on there. But let's focus on the moms because that would be dope. Because that group of moms.
They already got the hookup with Netflix. Let's fucking do this. Let's go.
All right, we're gonna put this out. We're gonna tape it, and I haven't put out a TikTok in a really long time, so this one might do numbers.
All right, here's one that made me extremely happy. Like, there's one later on that made me over the moon, but this one got me almost there. This one started the jump, and the one after gets me over the moon.
Wow.
Jake Paul recently told the undefeated and undisputed podcast that TKO hates him so much that they've banned him from even attending his brother's matches in WWE. He's not even allowed in the fucking audience.
I'm not mad at that at all.
I
But
love
a lot of that has to do with his beef with that main event promotions. He's
Do
ruffling
the
a
Batista
lot of he's ruffling a lot of feathers with that main event promotion stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Plus the amount of shit he talks about Dana White.
did you see Francis Ngannou say, like, after his fight, Jake was standing right there, and he was like, "Yeah, he talks a lot of trash," and I can't remember, it was Ariel Helwani probably, but he was like, "Oh, well, would you fight Jake?" And he looked at him, and he just laughed, and I was like, "Yeah, he would kill Jake. He would kill him. He would kill that man."
The guy that fought Nate too said that he would fight Jake and Logan.
Yeah, but the difference is,
He wants
Mike
in the
Perry. Mike Perry is 40 pounds lighter than Jake Paul and Logan Paul. Francis Ngannou is like 100 pounds heavier, man. That dude is huge. Francis Ngannou would crush both of them bare.
Okay, since we're talking about this, I've been keeping up with this. I don't know if you saw, but John Jones got caught fucking, what do they call it? Caught in 4K?
Yeah.
Saying he's trying to do everything he can to get kicked out of his UFC contract.
Oh, he said it.
He said it.
Yeah.
He wants
to
fight
said
Francis.
The quiet part out loud.
Yeah, he did. He also got caught on those glasses cameras talking about how he needs hip surgery. And then if you look back at his game that he had, that flag football game, dude can't run.
Yeah.
He runs worse than I do, and I got one ankle right now.
He's got arthritis, but
yeah, he needs hip surgery,
though. Yeah, to him, he ain't got to run in that cage. Like, that man don't run.
He's just got to poke people in the eyes like he always has. He'll be all right.
Listen, that's the baddest man on the planet. But,
hey, you can be the baddest man at any time if your opponent can't see.
Exactly. Strategy. We're fighting.
If you can't tell, I don't like John Jones.
You don't like John Jones, no. And I'm not a huge fan of him, but I do recognize the fact that the guy's probably the greatest fighter of all time. You know what I mean? Like,
I was a Cormier guy. So.
Oh, see, and I never was a Cormier guy. Like, I was never a Cormier guy. That guy cried too much for me. Yeah, I wasn't with it.
All right. Shit. I tried this new steak seasoning in my chilada here. Instead of just doing savory steak seasoning, it's the same company, Weber, but it's Chicago steak seasoning.
Oh, okay.
It's really good, but it's not melting down in the drink like it should, so I just took a hard BB to the throat.
Oh.
It wasn't great. All right. PW Insider says WWE is increasing house shows this summer as a way to experiment with new things in front of live audiences while getting younger talent more reps in front of paying fans. And yes, before anybody asks, the tickets will be a lot cheaper. That was also brought up in the town hall meeting, but this has been brought up on Cody's podcast. He's been begging to get house shows back. Punk has brought up numerous times they need house shows back. People need reps, and fans need to be able to go to the fucking shows, man.
Yeah. They're going to Springfield, and I started looking at the tickets, and I hadn't finished, but actually, while we're talking, I'll let you know what the tickets are for the Springfield.
How far away is it from me? You should find that out too, because if we all just go to the
let me do it. I'll just go to the tour. Yeah. All right. What's next? I'll go to the tour, and I'll jump in a minute.
All right. PW Insider says Danhausen was given a lot of credit within WWE at that town hall meeting recently, citing his success at turning things around following a bad debut and the fact that he is currently the number 2 merchandise seller in the company.
Well, I think that has to be taken into consideration, obviously, with who you pay and who you don't pay. I also don't think Danhausen had a very good opportunity in his first showing, so I'm not going to hold that against him.
That way, out of the box, which I still was like, now that they're keeping it a gimmick, I'm like, dude, this is kind of working now.
Yeah, now, like, see, I didn't mind it to begin with, but now it's really working. You know,
I think a lot of these WWE fans are WWE diehards, and they don't watch anything else. They don't read
Right.
any other wrestling news. They saw Danhausen and went, who the fuck's that?
Yeah. Yeah.
More on Danhausen. Deadline says that Danhausen has signed with Adventure Media for management in all areas. The agency will focus on growing Danhausen's IP in film, TV, digital, publishing, and other business ventures. To add on to this, piggybacking right now, Deadline also says Alexa Bliss has signed with Prototype Talent Agency for representation in all the same areas. We might be seeing some movies with Danhausen or Alexa Bliss coming real soon, or some TV appearances or something.
Yeah.
That got me excited. All right, let's ruin everybody's mood with this one. Fightful Select says despite his appearance on Raw last Monday, WWE still has no creative plans for LA Knight. They say he's not injured, is not in a contract dispute, and does not have any heat backstage. It seems possible he's lost in the shuffle after Gunther was named to move to SmackDown to feud with Cody Rhodes rather than stay on Raw for a teaser program with LA Knight. I still never bunched those two together. There's other shit LA can be doing right now.
Yeah.
To say that I can feel her pain. Nikki Bella told USA Today she's now targeting late next month, so late June, towards the end of June, for her return after ankle surgery. Girl, I just had ankle surgery too, and I think that adds up about right. I think she had hers before me. I was out with the injury longer, but it took me longer to get surgery than it took her, so... All right, we're going to end on that one. We're not going to end on this one. All right. WrestleVotes mentioned that WWE always expected CM Punk's absence from Raw to last for a while. He will return in time for SummerSlam. So don't expect Punk back for, another month yet, at least. And then he'll come back to build a program to go to August and SummerSlam. All right, we got... this is from Saturday. Rope Break says Logan Paul and Sol Ruca were injured coming out of Saturday night's main event. Paul suffered some kind of leg injury, the nature and severity of which are still being determined. Even less information is known about Sol, but everybody's still kind of waiting on it. I mean, I'm upset about one of them.
Yeah.
All right, this last story that we have today is a big, juicy one, and this is the one that I want.
Don't like that.
I don't know if you've been keeping up with it as much, but I got both sides of the story here.
Yep.
Let me read through. Let's hear what you got. You ready?
All right.
Ludwig Kaiser was arrested and posted bond for battery for allegedly punching his neighbor after exiting an elevator. The accuser says, allegedly, Ludwig and his girlfriend were uncontrollably intimate, and while exiting the elevator, turned and told Ludwig to please have manners before being attacked by Ludwig and punched in the face. Now, Ludwig has a different story, saying the neighbor got off the elevator and said, and this is a quote, "You need to show some fucking respect before I call ICE on your fucking girlfriend." Mind you, Ludwig's girlfriend is Hispanic. Right. Kaiser then said there was a small scuffle, but no punches were thrown. The only injury on the victim is a small scratch on his forehead. This is all alleged. And apparently there is CCTV of the event, at least in the hallway, but nothing from inside the elevator. Or it was vice versa. I might have them confused, but either way, I don't think there's enough to be able to tell the full story. The truth is somewhere in the middle. I know that Kaiser right now is working on getting the law enforcement to allow him to go to Mexico, seeing as how Ludwig was in Mexico when he found out he had a warrant, and he flew back the same day to go deal with this and get arrested, knowing
Right.
full well I'm getting arrested.
Right.
Still flew back, took care of it. That's somebody, in my opinion, that's not guilty, and at least not for like
Not legally guilty.
half banging his girlfriend on the elevator and then attacking somebody. Who's gonna attack somebody for saying, "Can you show some respect and just stop, please"?
Right.
I
Yeah.
see somebody attacking somebody for being like, "Hey, fuck you," and this, and I'll call ICE. Yeah, I would attack you. What the fuck?
Yeah. Again, like you said, the truth's probably somewhere in the middle. I don't know where to be. I guess my only thing is like, when you're a public figure, when you're that kind of person, you should hold yourself, to the highest of standards. So, I teach my kids all the time that words really don't do much. Now, I also teach my kids all the time that you defend your family and your home with everything you got. So, um, would I have reacted the same way if what Ludwig said was correct? I can't say I wouldn't have, and at the same time, I would hope that I would show some restraint, but I don't know that I would.
I don't think I would.
So, yeah, I don't know what the truth is. I know I don't blame anybody for defending their wife, fiance. I also say, like, have some decorum. You know what I mean? Like, you're obviously on your way to your apartment. Like, just wait a couple minutes and make out where you're going, or your condo or wherever
Yeah,
you're headed.
that's the only part I
Like,
don't agree. Like,
yeah, have some
I'm not
decorum.
a PDA guy. I don't like
No,
PDA. Me and my wife don't PDA. Fuck, we
yeah,
hold hands is about as far as you're gonna see us go in public.
right,
It's
right.
just how
Yeah,
and
have some decorum, but at the same time, mind your business too. It's like you got some people making out. I'd be like, that was really annoying. Here's what I'm not gonna do. I'm not going to say it to them, right? I'm gonna go home. And I'm gonna text my wife, or I'm thinking hotels for me because I'm in
yeah,
hotels all the time. So I'm gonna go to my hotel room. I'm gonna call my wife and be like, these fucking people. Like, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna say to somebody like, have some respect, even if it was the nice thing that he said. I'm not gonna do that. Mind your business. Just move
which
along.
still
It doesn't
it
affect your
wasn't
day.
that nice. Why does he need to
Right,
respect
right.
you anyway?
Yeah, I would say the
What did you
nicer
do to
thing that
earn
he
respect?
said.
I mean, I guess I get the decent human being, no PDA or whatever, but there's no fucking
No,
law
but
against it.
yeah,
As long as everybody's pants are on, shut the fuck up and mind your business.
mind your business is the main thing. Yeah, I mean, there's two lessons we learn here. Kaiser, have some decorum, have some respect for yourself and your fiance. Keep that behind private doors. That crazy stuff, or leave it for the kids. But also, dude, mind your business. It just
Yeah.
doesn't concern you. Move on
And
with your day.
also,
Instead, you got your
even
ass
if you
whooped.
do get your ass kicked, don't call the
Yeah,
cops, you pussy.
yeah. But now you said something. Whether it was not me and that intended to be like racist, or it was racist. Whatever you said got your ass whooped. So how do you
Yep.
feel now? So
To me, it just, I don't know, dude. I could get my ass kicked really bad and I'm still not calling the cops. I was just
well,
raised
yeah,
not,
there's that too.
I was
But
just raised not to do that, so I just don't,
yeah, there's
I don't,
that too. I mean, I would understand if I said something out of pocket, even if I fully believed it, and then I just go and get my ass kicked. I'm like, damn, I probably shouldn't have said that,
right.
and I'm gonna go on about my day.
And I mean, let's be honest, I have had my ass kicked a couple times.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
call the fucking cops. I just took my ass kicking and I went on with my day.
Moved on.
Yeah.
By the
So
way,
shot.
the closest house show to you actually would be my Springfield one. That's
It
an
would be.
hour away
That's
from
what I
me.
figured. That is what I
Yeah,
figured.
it's an hour away from me, but it's 6 hours from you.
Holy
Um,
fuck! I'm
yeah,
well. I left this out. They also announced, it was either today or last night, that they're also going to do house shows this winter, and they are
hmm.
known to do house shows in Rochester here in Minnesota in the winter. So
Yeah, the colder areas get the winter shows, which is perfect, I think.
yeah,
Because let us enjoy our outside time in the summer. Stay away. Get us in the
all I'm
winter when we
saying
got
is
shit to do.
Punk does house shows, especially if they're close to Chicago. So I'm
Right.
going.
Well, okay. Let me give you a price range really quick of where they're currently at for
Yeah.
Springfield, Illinois. Um, they are at $67 is the lowest. And it looks like just a regular upper bowl seat, but it doesn't look like a very big arena. So I've never been in this one, but I bet it's just like Peoria's Civic Center. The most expensive or the best seats, they have VIP packages that are starting at that are at $797.90.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so row two of Triple E, which is ringside, but it's also a superstar experience VIP package. So whatever that means.
Okay, so
Um,
I get that. They probably tacked on an extra 500 for that.
right, but the regular standard admission, closest one, best one they have is $316.20. Still ridiculously expensive, but that's where they're starting at for freaking SummerSlam. It feels like so.
I know it doesn't seem cheaper, even though they said it would be.
No, it is. It's definitely cheaper. It's cheaper by a lot. I mean, I'm talking like those seats. If we were comparing it to like the bigger stadiums, those seats that are $67 would be probably $167 and way worse.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, especially smaller arenas. It's probably where I sat for
Right.
SmackDown. But the thing is when I went to SmackDown in 2016, I paid for me, my dad, Tori, and her boyfriend all to go, and it only cost me $400. And we had the same seats that you just like watch it on TV from.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's not terrible now. I mean, I did four seats on that little one, and it was like $267 or something like that.
Okay,
So
yeah, 'cause, I mean, I got four people I got to pay for again to go to this fucker. So
yeah, I think four to go to a house show right now are going to cost you about, I would say three something all said and done. That's what four is going to cost you. Oh, this is going to be phenomenal.
I think I'm on the vote for we just take Buzzball and Big Sips off the board.
I don't know. I like them, so I
I
just
think
pick better
I
ones.
think I would rather just drink like 3 raw eggs.
Um, I would allow you to drink three raw eggs instead of a buzzball. That's fine.
Okay, I'll take it.
Remember, we can always do the worst shot. That's fine. I got a Malort here sitting chilling for when I don't want to do something because I know that trumps all. So,
Our show is so fucked up.
oh, I know it is. I know it is. This is toxic. This is a very toxic situation we find
Yeah.
ourselves in, but we love it and we're just gonna let it ride. Now let's get these shots out of here. So
All
we can get
right.
out of here and watch some raw. Raw. I got it up right here. Nothing crazy.
Okay. Cool. All right,
Yeah.
let's go.
All right. Ooh. Mmm. I like that rum, but that was rough. That was rough. Mm.
Okay.
You are going to want to go back and rewatch that opening segment. I'm going to too. It was a Paul Heyman, Obafemi segment, and now they're in the Intercontinental Title match with Javon and Penta.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Yep.
Anybody looking to get the Elf maple syrup sundae buzzball?
Yeah.
If you like cinnamon toast crunch cereal milk, and you like eggnog, and you also like shoving a hose up your partner's ass and sucking farts out of it, combine them together, and that's this drink.
So like two of the three of those I am fully down for, but I do not like cinnamon toast crunch milk. We gotta end it on that. We gotta end it on that.
No way, leave it in. That's the TikTok of the week.
That's it. We're done. Hey, we love you guys. to all of those service members out there who gave the ultimate sacrifice, we love you. We care about you, your family members. We can't thank you enough for the sacrifice that you made for this country. I know there's a lot of people who are going through a lot of things in terms of how they feel about this, United States of America. But we could all come together today to understand that people died for some freedoms. That for us to
Hey,
have the freedom to talk some dumb shit on this
exactly.
podcast.
Without them, we wouldn't be able to sit here, do some shots, laugh, talk
Yeah.
wrestling, and have a good time once a week.
Yeah. So that doesn't matter where you come from politically. All that matters is that you're a human being and you understand that you owe those people everything you have right now. So thank you to all of our fallen veterans. So that's it. We're gonna end it on that. Do remember though, bad times don't last, but bad guys do.